And hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of the Zone TV Movie Entertainment. With me, your host Jonathan, once again bringing you my thoughts and review for the new Michael B. Jordan, Jamie Foxx film, Just Mercy, also starring Brie Larson as well. So, Just Mercy tells the story of Michael B. Jordan, and it's also based on a true story. So, Michael B. Jordan, he's a young lawyer who literally just passed the bar in Alabama, and his goal is basically to try to help people who are still convicted of to death row, which, by the way, didn't know that Alabama still does that in the 80s. I thought this movie would have taken place like maybe in the early 40s, back when, especially a town like Alabama, all those days where they used to hate African American people at that point. Obviously prejudice is still alive today, but man, I did not expect the death penalty to still be around, especially in certain states. So that was very fascinating. So it tells a story of Michael B. Jordan. Like I said before, he's a new upcoming lawyer who basically just passed the bar in Alabama. He goes to the prison to try to meet these inmates and try to help them get new cases. And then he meets Jamie Foxx's character, who was wrongly accused of murder of a young white woman, and he was sentenced like right away. He was sentenced for right away because of the color of his skin, because he was black. Alabama people, the police over there, they're like, yeah, he was the one. Let's just do it. They say they had a key witness to it. So Michael B. Jordan decides, I need to get information about what the heck happened in this case, and try to help him get a fair trial. The man was literally convicted without even having a trial in this state, and it was insanity. To say this movie is a good movie is an understatement. This movie is a great movie. First of all, Michael B. Jordan. I remember first seeing him in a movie. I saw Creed first with him. I didn't know who he really was as an actor, and I was like, this kid's good. He's very good. He's playing, Apollo Creed's son. Obviously, Rocky movie, great movie. But he was very good. I was like, one day he's gonna be taken as a serious actor. Then somebody recommended me to see Fruitvale Station. Probably butchered that, if I remember correctly. That was a very good movie as well. Then I was like, okay, this kid's got skills. He's gonna be in this business as a very good actor. People are gonna recognize who he is, and he's gonna shine. Now, Jamie Foxx, on the other hand, I remember seeing him in a movie with Tom Cruise. Okay, he played a cab driver, and Tom Cruise was like the guy in the passenger seat. I was like, this guy is good, like Denzel Washington level good. Okay, maybe one day he'll surpass Denzel Washington. And in my opinion, I think he has in some cases. Jamie Foxx is a great actor. That guy can do anything. He's like Denzel. He can do anything. You put him in any movie. Even when he was in Electro from Spider-Man, he was great, movie, whatever, but still, he was phenomenal in this movie. He plays the prisoner, and you see the emotion that he has to go through in this movie. He doesn't get to see his family. He's locked up in prison, especially for a crime that he's been accused of, that, he may or may not be guilty or not guilty. I'll let you watch the movie to find out. And to see him play back and forth with Michael B. Jordan is an understatement. When you watch, have you ever seen tennis? You know how, yeah, I get sometimes tennis is boring, I get it. But if you watch that and you see the people going back and forth, and playing the ball back and forth, that, and especially in movies, when they do back and forth, when two actors are playing off each other and it's back and forth, that means that they are pretty much acting their butts off, and it's incredible. I don't know who I liked more in this movie, but to me, I'm leaning towards both of them being a tie, because they both were incredible. And there were other inmates in this movie that had, some backstories that may or may not be, kind of horrible. But see the other inmates and their stories was kind of cool as well, because, you see Michael B. Jordan, and he's trying his hardest. He's still young. He's just got out of college, and he's trying to help these people. And then, he sees the corruption of what's going on in the courts, and in the police departments and all that. He wants to stop it. And of course, you have Brie Larson, who is the only white person in this movie, who kind of is like on Michael B. Jordan's side to help people who, no matter, regardless of the color or race, and just help people. And then you see some moments where her getting, harassments, threats on her side, and then she still stands strong and helps them out and helps them try to help Jamie Foxx in this case. And I think this movie was phenomenal. I kind of wish it was nominated for something for the Oscars. The nominations just came out today, so, but nothing. These guys should have been nominated for at least something, or maybe the movie itself, or I guess apparently this movie is based on a true story. I think the guy who runs the law firm to help people to get off death row. I'm pretty sure death row. I think in New York, the death row penalty, I think that doesn't exist anymore. I could be wrong, but the last time I heard, I think that doesn't exist. But I'm pretty sure other places exist, and they still think that execution is what the best way to kill convicted people. So I'm pretty sure the guy who he's Michael B. Jordan is playing, his law firm pretty much helps people who are in those situations who can't get them out themselves. And then you see Michael B. Jordan bringing a community together, and not only the African American side, but the white community as well, and trying to basically fix the system. And that's what this movie is about. This movie is about pretty much getting justice for not only African American people, but pretty much anybody who's in death row. Death row, regardless of what the person's done. Yeah, I get it. Some people are murderers. Some people are rapists. Nobody should get the death penalty. I don't think nobody should get the death penalty. They should just be locked up forever. Sure, yeah, do that. Way more easier. That way, they can go crazy and probably kill themselves if they really are that terrible. But the gas stuff, the injecting needles, the electric chair, that should all be gone. You might not agree with me about that, but that's how I feel. I feel like if anybody commits murder or a terrible crime like that, they should just be locked up forever, and that's it. That's how I feel. But yeah, that's the gist of this movie, and I thought this movie was very, very good. The only negative about this movie, I kind of wish I saw this movie earlier, because this, maybe last year, because this movie technically came out in 2019, but I only saw it like yesterday, so but I still enjoy the heck out of this movie. I want to go see it again. Very powerful film. There's a moment in this movie that's like very heartbreaking for one of the inmates. I'm not gonna say what it is, but you see this one inmate who's pouring his heart out, and he's like basically breaking down because he knows what he did, but everybody else knows what he did was not really his fault, and what happens to him is beyond crazy, and it's sad. And that was like one of the most powerful moments in the movie. And then seeing Jamie Foxx's character kind of break down at points where he feels like he's given up hope, because nobody will listen to him. He says he's innocent, but a lot of people say he's not. But when you watch the movie, you're gonna feel something, and that's what I felt. I felt something in this movie, and it was very, very emotional a little bit. But I still enjoyed the heck out of this movie, and it's a shame that it wasn't nominated this year. But what can you do? Very great movie. I think Michael B. Jordan and Jamie Foxx were both great. Brie Larson was good too. She's not in it as much, but for what her character is and what importance she plays in this movie was good. I just wish her character was in it more, but she did a really phenomenal job as well, and she was one of those, I don't take crap from anybody. I will do what I have to do to help people. She had that kind of attitude, so that really was cool. Like I said before, I really wish she was in the movie more. But that would be like my only negative about this movie. But I still enjoy the heck out of this movie. So leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about it, and if you saw it, and stay tuned for more. Thank you very much, and have a good day.